I digitized a whole embroidery storybook from scratch in 1 hour. Step 1. Use your imagination and create a story, or join forces with a little one in your family or friends. Or, like I did, use AI or ChatGPT to come up with a detailed story from just an idea. Step 2. Create a detailed description of each scene of the story, like you're writing a children's storybook. Step 3. Go to embroidery.us, which is a software that I wrote where you can put ideas and description of each of the scenes that you came up with to create a digitized embroidery design. Then you can tune it, retry the prompts, and create the exact scene that you have in mind. And last step, get the children together or even adults and narrate the story. This is my full conversation with ChatGPT. At first, I described that I want a children's story that is associated with images. Each image can narrate 10 to 20 seconds of the story. The first version that it came up with, we had 13 scenes in total. But I wanted to have a smaller project, so I said that make it a bit shorter, like 7 scenes. So it shortened the story, kept the important parts, and then when I wanted to go and start creating the embroidery files starting from images generated by AI, I realized that the description of the images that ChatGPT came up with were too short, so that the AI image generator on the embroidery.us site could not quite understand what kind of illustration I was looking for. So I asked it to make the image description like a prompt for AI image generator. So I'm asking an AI to create a prompt for another AI. That's pretty lazy of me. And then it repeated all the 7 images and came up with prompts for them. When I tried these prompts on embroidery.us, turned out that the prompts were too long and some of the important parts of the prompt that I cared about were not captured in the images that I liked. So what I asked was a bit shorter. So it automatically understands that I mean that the prompts that it just suggested should be shorter. Pretty straightforward. And then again, it rewrites all the 7 prompts. I tried them, and then the images were great. The styles I loved, but there were a lot of details in the images which are not quite great for embroidery. So I came back to ChatGPT and said, note that in embroidery, I cannot capture eyes or details that may be important. Make your descriptions a bit on the abstract side. I don't think it cares about dictation errors, so here I misspelled TEHE. And then it went ahead and understood that I want more kind of abstract blocks. And then it rewrote them. I'm going to go up and work through these prompts. And all you need to do now is to type the address of our domain in the browser, embroidery.us. And that's all you need to access this app. No dongles, no software download or installation. All right. Generate image with AI. Okie doke. Let me put this here. So the first image is supposed to be a child by the window looking out at the moon and the stars. That's a level of simplicity that I'd expect for a children's book, and it's gonna be easy to stitch. So I'm just going to select it This is the conversion. By default, it would use 12 threads, but 12 is too much for a design like this. I'm gonna try 5. Apply changes. It didn't change aesthetically, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let me even try smaller numbers. Still great. Maybe too bold and use 3. Let's see, how was it with 4? Yeah, I like 4. There's some distinction between face and the scene. And I can adjust details. Well, this just took away part of the child's body. So, okay, this is great. Stitch it. I want to make something really fast, but I'd recommend you do 6 by 6. This is the part of the process that's slowest. Very well. So what I got here, the colors are kind of the color of the clothes of the kid and the sky is kind of combined together. So I'm gonna go back. Let me see exactly what happened here. Oh, it's the face that's missing. I think it's because the design is a bit too small. That's unfortunate. I'm going to try it with 6 by 6. Yeah, 4 by 4, the small details are missing. So 6 by 6 is probably the smallest that this design would turn out good. All right. Now 6 by 6 is giving me what I was looking for. Allow me to download this. But I want to go and try my prompt one more time. This is alright, but I'm not exactly in love with it. So my prompt was this one, copying it again. And I will go back home, generate with AI. Every time you search, it comes up with something different. This one is nice. I was looking for more colors. Let me do it again. Alright, this is my favorite. It was totally worth trying again. Select. Oh, I love this. Okay, let me go with 5 colors. So these details that were unnecessary and were coming from shadows in the original image are consolidated because we're using fewer colors. Let me be bold and use 4. I do 5. I kind of like this borders. Yeah, it just kind of like shows the difference between shadows and the object. Actually, I didn't try 6. Let me try 6. Oh, interesting. What was 5? And then what is 6? Yeah, I don't quite understand why the colors changed this way. Okay, let me keep 5. And then as for details, yeah, so when I remove details, the borders on the head are being removed as well. Fewer details, even fewer. Fewer. Yeah, as fewer details as you can while you still like it. Oh, I lost my stars. Wait. I like this star. I want it back. Alright, I think we're ready. I'm gonna try 4 by 4 once more. Maybe I'll do better with this design. This is fantastic. Just see, it's a little funky over here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back and try a 6x6. I don't want the objects to melt together. And one reason that they melt together, it might be because we're choosing too few colors. So the shadows of the foot of this kid, for example, is being consolidated with the foot silhouette. Very good. So this was a 6x6, but that melting is still happening. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll go back, I'll choose 6 colors. So 6 colors brings back some of the shadows, maybe. Yeah, so here we can see we removed enough details. Let's see. Let me remove more details, see if these pieces go away. Oh wait, I forgot we like the details because we like this star. Not mandatory, but I wanna make it a little bit better. Alright, this is my 4x4 design. Alright, I'm going to download this. But I'm also going to download the 6x6 while I have it, just in case. Because if I don't do this, it's just gonna go away. Scene 2. Single large star shape near the center. 2 or 3 much smaller star shapes far away. And put it here. Generate image with AI. Okay, this is great. Is that a bit too simple? Let me go back home and generate once more. No text, no tiny details. These are all the information I have to provide to the image generator AI to make sure that it gives me what I like. Single star near the center, 2 or 3. Well, instead of much smaller, I'm just gonna do smaller because what it generated before, the other 2 stars were super small. Too simple. Gonna go here and fix it again. There. Smaller, and I want a single large star shape, and I want it to be curvy, just some sort of fun. Too simple, too simple. Shape. Fantasy. And curvy and fun. Alright, now I like this one. Select 5 colors. It's a bit boring with 5 colors, 6 colors, 7. That's good. Let's play with the details. fewer details, even fewer. You know, it kind of started to look like flower. Gonna go search the exact same thing once more. Might be okay. If I added more details, this would be fun to capture, but okay, one last time, I promise. Large star shape near the center. We said playful and colorful. Star shape, playful and colorful. I want it perfect. Okay, this one at least has a inner color here. 5 colors. I'm not sure how is this gonna turn out. This is kind of nice illustration. It would be awesome if these darker colors sort of blended in. Let me reduce some details, more details. Still, I might get the blending. Okay, I really like this one. Let's stitch it. I'm gonna try 4x4 first. Yeah, it's missing a couple patches. That's because these patches are a bit too small. If I were to reduce more fine details, the missing patches would also be removed. They might not be visible in this view, but underneath those patches are separate from the colors that you can see here. All right. As you can see, I remove details, and it means that it's removing the patches that are covering this piece here. All right, let me try one more time with 4x4. All right, this is giving me what I like. In the stitching, probably I'm going to choose the orange to be closer to yellowish. Other than that, this is great. I don't know what this bit is here. I'm probably gonna skip stitching that one. Very good. Also in my library, I can access it anytime from any computer. It's in my design. All right, going back. Oh, before moving on, I'm going to tune vector R to stitch it also in 6x6 just in case. I don't want to lose it. Cool. Very good. Next prompt. Simplified embroidery machine icon on a plain surface. From the needle, a single curved stitch lines arcs towards a large star shape. Okay, this one is going to be interesting. Simple suggestion of an open window frame, minimal children installation. Okay, you don't know what the scene is, but this is, I think, the peak of the story. Bring this back down. Going home. Inserting the prompt, generate. Oh, this is so cute. I don't like that the color is white because it's just gonna inevitably blend in. Ha ha ha. Right, 5 colors. 5 colors is doing just fine. 4? What about 3? No, 5 is good. Alright, let me reduce details. I kind of like the buttons on the machine. Alright. Alright, I think this is good. Let me see. This should be tricky in stitching. If something works in 4x4, it almost certainly works for larger frame sizes, including 6x6. But if it doesn't work with 4x4, you could always try bigger frame sizes. Maybe it's better there. This is cute-ishy. You know what? Let me go read the prompt one more time, making sure that this would match the scene. Oh, so what we want here is that it's sort of the thread has to be shooting out of the window. Let me see. This is sort of the window and it's the thread. No, I don't like this. I don't like how the messaging is here. Let me copy. The simplest thing is just to go back and do it again. The needle, okay, generate. Yeah, these are interesting. I think there is something that it is not understanding, that the thread has to be shooting outside of the window. Let me go and change the prompt. On a plain surface from the needle, a single curved stitch line arcs upwards towards the large style, maybe arcs shooting upwards towards a single star. Near the maybe instead of simple suggestion of a window, like of a suggestion top, an open window frame. Around the framing the star. Interesting. I like the machine here better. Let me reduce the color, see what we get here. That's fine. I'm not in love with the fact that if the star was outside of the window, that would be great. Let me try one more time. The needle, single curved stitch line. Toward the large side near the top. Framing the star. Okay, this is much cleaner. Much cleaner. I like the other machine better, but I'm getting what I want, so I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna start with 5 colors. Let me try 4. 4 is good. Reducing detail. Reducing less detail. Actually, 4 colors not good because the frame of the window and the machine are the same color. 5, 6. Yeah, so I like the color of the machine to be different from the frame of the window. I really like this. Let me play with details a little bit. Yeah, so you can see there's some details here. I don't know, maybe unneeded, maybe needed. It is children illustrations, so maybe they're unneeded. No, there was something here I liked. Yeah, I like this one. Okay, the rest looks good. I'm gonna try with 4x4. This is pretty cool. Imagine it in a children's book. Okay, I'm missing the stitch here. Okay, I don't want it because the stitch that goes from the needle of the machine to the star is key to the story, this piece. Let me bring more details. Maybe that thickens the thread. Try and get 4x4. Yeah, stitch came back, which is alright. The colors are here a bit off. Yeah, this is the artifact of small design, 4x4. I'm going to go back, try this in a 6x6. Same thing is happening with this stitch. Really want it connected, like at least sort of connected. Fewer details, maybe more colors. I'm just playing here. I don't have a whole lot of logic. I'm gonna stick with 6x6. Alright, this completely took my thread away. Let's go back. We're at 6 colors. Let's put more details at the extreme and see what happens here. 6x6. There you go. Now I'm getting my stitch and everything. All right. Let me download this. Okay, now I've become bold. I'm going to try 4x4. Nice. Even works with 4x4. Download file. Next, I'm going to look at my 4th scene. Smile child silhouette walking along a single bright curved stitched line in the sky. Oh my god, this is going to be a bit difficult. Because now the kid is going to walk on this stitch all the way to the star. Alright, I'm a bit scared here. Go back home. I'll give it some time. Oh my god, this is perfect. This is just perfect. Alright. The only problem, the kit is way too small. I don't know if he stitched it. It would actually show up in the stitch. We do 5 colors as I normally do, not much changed. Fewer details. It's better starting spot when you use fewer details. Alright, now let me go stitch it. Alright, try 6 by 6, usually more encouraging. Not bad, not really, really bad. You can tell it's a kid, right? Okay, I'm gonna save it, because I don't know, I find it cute. And I'm gonna go back, and I'm going to stitch it in 4 by 4. But then I want to try another image with the same prompt as well, just in case. Alright, in 4 by 4, it's a little bit less clear that it's a kit. That's why I wanted to try one more. I just want the kit to be a bit bigger. I'm gonna save it nonetheless. Okay. Same exact prompt. This is interesting. It's not quite going to a star, so I'm just gonna try again. Keep simplifying it. Okay, so I'm seeing here child silhouette walking along a single bright curved stitch line. I don't need it to be stitched, right? So let me not confuse the AI. One large star shape at the end of the line. Simple sky background with 3 large star shape. Okay, didn't quite listen to me last 2 times. Okay, this one the AI is mad. Instead of smile child, you have to just say child. This is good, but the star here is missing a little bit. So I'm gonna go back and try again, but it was promising. Okay, the AI is really mad. One more time. See, this could be good, but the child is kind of missing. Okay, I promised last time. Smile, instead of smile, he said a child silhouette or bold silhouette. Maybe make it a bit bigger. One more time, not gonna give up. Child bold silhouette walking along a single bright curved line. That's correct. Let me remove in the sky star shape at the end of the line. Let's not mention sky altogether. Yeah, let me just simplify. I just want that one star that the kit goes along the stitch to get. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna refresh the page. Maybe that would refresh the AI. Alright, go back. Child bold silhouette. I should have copied. curved line, curve in the sky, so I'm going to say upward, single bright, upward, curved line, one large star shape at the end of the line. Yeah, we said we're just not even gonna bring up sky or additional star shapes at the end. Ah, I should have copied it. I'm gonna lose it again. No, this AI is not gonna cut it. Alright, I'm gonna give up on this one for now. I already have a good 4x4 and a 6x6. I might revisit and change it. Next one. Now a child silhouette and one large star shape near each other. So the child has arrived in the sky and to the star. Alright, let's see. Go back home. Child silhouette and one large. Okay, generate. I didn't modify the prompt. Is there a dog in it? Let me check once more. Around them, 3 simple stitched outline icons spaced apart, 1 heart shape, 1 5-petal flower, 1 small cat outlining profile. Yeah. Alright, we did have all kind of stuff in that one. Okay, this is so cute. Let's see. Again, I'm going to reduce colors. Didn't change much about the aesthetic. Maybe 4. I always try as fewest color as possible to see if I can simplify further. Also going to reduce details that took away a patch I had here. These usually would show up as pseudo satin, which is kind of cute. The one on the face might be unnecessary, but the one on the body is nice. Okay, let me go back, try 5, because the kind of configuration go hand in hand, so I want to adjust them at the same time. Go back to 4. It kind of came out to be simpler than I like. More color is not helping. Let me go back to more details, see if it's gonna be more interesting. Might. Let me stitch it at 6x6. Alright, so it did maintain some of the shapes here. It's like children's painting. Children might relate to it better. Not loving it. Let me download it nonetheless. And then I'm going to back. No, not here. Over here. Let me do 4x4 as well. 4x4 came out okay as well. It's a good backup. It's a good backup. Okay. This was my prompt. Was it 4? Ah, no, it was this one. Near each each other in the sky. So this piece is the main thing. Around them 3 simple stitched outline icon, spaced apart, 1 heart shape, 1 5-petal flower. I'm just gonna remove this. 1 small cat outline, profile, simple sky background. It's not even mentioned sky. Okay, this time I'm gonna copy. Okay, this is great. I don't even need the dogs and cats because the kid arrived at the star. Okay, I like this one. Try with 5 color, try with 4 colors. Okay, the colors are interesting. Probably I'm gonna choose other colors when I actually stitch it, but so far so good. These are gonna give it texture. Wonder how this would look like in stitching. Okay, so as I mentioned, the fine details and the number of threads go sort of hand in hand. Let me go back to 5, even though I liked 7, and make a decision about details, and then I'll go back, revisit colors. So these details may not This is interesting. These outlines might show up as some sort of a pseudo satin. Why not? Let me back to 6 colors, back to 7 colors. Yeah, 7 colors just added this piece to the foot. I don't need it. Yeah, I'm really curious how these would turn out. Let me stitch it with a 4x4. 4x4 is the trickiest. It is cute. It's so cute. The kid has arrived at the star. I wonder if these details are kind of misleading. Let me go back, bring the colors down. It's like kind of like these details consolidate a little bit. Yeah, full silhouette. We'll go to 5. I don't know, I cannot make my decision here. Stitch it at 4. That is good. Download. Okay, I'm gonna go back and download and stitch it for a 6x6 as well. Very good. Download. Good. Ready for the next one? All right. This is a bit into the future. I stitched scene 5 and it didn't stitch well. I tried twice, and instead of going and working hard to fix it, I just went back to embroidery.us and tried the exact same prompt for scene 5, and immediately it gave me another design that looked the way I like it, and now I'm going to stitch the new design. Now let's see the rest of the scenes. All right, 2 more scenes to go. Large soft cloud shape in the center. Large soft cloud shape in the center. Cloud decorated with several evenly spaced small star shapes on its surface. Child silhouette and 1 large star shaped smile in a corner looking towards the child. I don't know how a Star can be looking toward the child, but whatever. Simple sky background, minimal, blah 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 blah. Let's see. Back to home. Copy. And the child is missing. That was kind of the point. Not decorated with several. Okay, let me just remove this because emphasis is not the decoration of the cloud. And then child silhouette and one large star in the corner looking toward the cloud. Okay, and I'm going to just not even mention the sky background. Copy my prompt just in case I want to run it again. Haha. The kid is holding the cloud. This is cool. I mean, this is way too abstract. You know, when you pass the same prompt, it seems like it gets mad. Okay, I'm gonna do this, but because I really want the kid, right? I'm going to remove the cloud from here. Child silhouette and one large style shape small in the corner. Okay. Looking towards the cloud. Okay, so I can put the description of the cloud here. The large soft cloud shape in the center. I'm gonna remove the center. Alright, let's see. It's really mad. Let me refresh. Go with the same prompt. Ah, there you go. Was worth the effort. It's perfect. All right, now let's make it embroidery ready. Starting with 4 colors. Let me just adjust detail, like things like this, and kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but there are like little shadowy things here. They might not look good in embroidery, so I'm hoping with fewer details we get rid of those. So here the shadow is consolidating with the cloud, which means that we need more colors, even more. Yeah, so this kind of color separated from the cloud, which is better. Okay, 6 is pretty decent. Let me try fewer details. I kind of like the details on the feet. Alright, let's see. Stitch it 4x4. Yeah, this line is a bit interesting. Maybe we can somehow get rid of it, or just skip stitching it. Yeah, I don't want to struggle with AI anymore. Okay, Now we go back, stitching it with a 6x6 as well. Download. All right, last one. Okay, you know what, for the sake of my curiosity, I want to go back and see whether I can segment this piece out, not with AI but with my tuner here. If I chose 8 color, would this distinguish itself? Wait, 10 colors. Nope, it's very firmly connected. Maybe more details would also segment it off. No, really, this is very persistent. It's okay, I'm just gonna have to live with it. To the next prompt. Last one. Simple bed shade with blanket, small child silhouette sleeping under the blanket, one clear star shape placed on top of the blanket. This is gonna be cute. Back to home. Generate. This looks promising. I mean, obviously eyes are being removed. I don't love that. Let's see with more details. They're not coming back. No. Let me see. Simple bed shade with blanket, smile child silhouette sleeping. On there. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it silhouette and high contrast, no tiny details. Instead of no tiny details, I'm just gonna say no eyes. I don't know. See if that works. Okay, I don't know how it feels like if it is all one color. We could always put eyes with pen. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go finish this process all the way to stitching. Okay, want my colors back. Yeah, so the star is supposed to be yellow. Then I'm going to ask for fewer details. Well, the yellow went away. Yeah, the thing on the kid's face, maybe I can sacrifice the yellow for the thing on the face to go away. No, it's going to connect the body. 8 back to 8. 7. Alright, 7 is good. Yeah, I can on the machine pick this to be yellow. I'm gonna stitch it with a 4x4 first. I'm not in love with this one, but we will see what happens next time if the AI is not unhappy. Yeah, this kind of details that were left now are going to be boldened in the 4x4 design. Not even going to download this. That's how much I don't like it. Yeah, see this like lines here in a 4x4. They're going to be stitches that are kind of like thicker than what you can see in the preview. What happened when I remove details? What I don't want are these lines here. Alright, there's no point. You know what? I'm just gonna go have AI do it again. High contrast, no faces. We're already saying this here. Somehow I have to tell AI that I want the kit to be its back to us so that it wouldn't have eyes. Simple measureless, smile child silhouette. There's the blanket. Its back is shown. Its back. It's turned away from point of view. Okay. And we're still getting this. Okay. Let's see how can we, oops. Let's see how can we exactly make sure. Smile child silhouette sleeping under the blanket, backwards. But the kid doesn't have backwards under the maybe on the side, so backwards, sleeping under the blanket on his side. This is cute. It's holding on to the star. Let me play with it. It's worth it. It deserves it. 6 colors. 6 colors is good because it's giving my bed more texture. Let's go 7. 7 didn't do much. Alright, now I'm moving on to details. Do I like the shadows on the face? No, I do not. Let me go a bit more details. I don't know, I wanted the kit hand to have a different color than the blanket. Maybe, let me check more details. Nothing. Nothing. Back to maybe 6. No, we're 7. Yeah, I wanted the bed to have a texture. That's not so bad. It's kind of like the shadow on the face is communicating that the star is shining on the kid's face. Again, I'm not in love with it, but I'm happy to put eyes with a pen and pencil. That's immortal sin, but that's what I can do. Let's do a 4x4. Just kind of everything blended together. Not loving it. Just for fun, let me stitch it with a 6x6. Yeah, similarly blending. No, this is not acceptable. I'm gonna try again with Is that a blanket? I'm saying quilt. Child silhouette sleeping under the blanket. Turned away. Okay. Okay, this one doesn't have face. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna try this once more. And instead of turned away, they turned on the side. Okay, I'm just gonna remove this description of children room because we're already saying has to be on the bed where the hands would be. That's where the star is. Would be a star shape. Okay, that. Oh, instead of turned away, we wanted to say turned on the side, but away from us. Okay, this is getting better. Cool. Now I can pretend that the face is under the blanket. 5 color is too little. The face and the shadow is blending. 7 or 6 colors. Okay, 6. Wait, yeah, let me do 6 color and then provide fewer details. I think this is good. Stitch it. I wish the blanket was more colorful. Yeah, the pillow and the face are connected here. Let me see how 6 by 6 will turn out. Same thing. Just gonna try one more time with colorful blanket and pillow. Child silhouette sleeping under the blanket, turned on the side and away. See, this is the point where AI is gonna get mad. Alright, we're close. We're close. We are very close. Let's do 5 colors. That's where I start. Colors, fewer details. Even fewer details. Alright. Yeah, these lines here. Oh. Okay, I like the distinction between face and the pillow. This little line showing little shadow. The bed is not completely connected. Let me see what connects it. Was it ever connected? No. connected in the original one either, which is fine. Apply all changes. 5 color is reasonable. Let me stitch it. Do a 4x4. Alright, this is good. This is okay. The hand and the sides of the pillow are connecting, which means I have removed a lot of colors so that they're consolidated. Well, yeah, so I don't want the hands and these colors that are shadow of the blanket on the pillow to be consolidated. So let me go more colors. 7, 8. Alright, I think the colors are not blended here, although I think the hand and the shadow are still the same color. If I went back to 6 and did more details, usually these lines do not turn out great, but let's try to stitch it. Not terrible for 6x6. The ones on the face are kind of interesting, but at least the hand and the pillow are not kind of connected. Okay, I'm going to download this. If you want to create your own story, just go to embroidery.us and put in the idea and get a design out of it. For a limited time, I'm offering 10 credits for the new users.